I think I do that anyway. we carry the big fish now. Oh shit! Look at the bend of my rod. Oh my god! There's gotta be a badge or something. Oh, there's a bass. Yeah, we got a bass. No, that's a big bass. Damn, we can't keep him though, unfortunately. Fuck. Nah, we can't keep him though. We can't keep him. I ain't the only one using a 14'9" pole. Godly. This is really overkill. If I could have found a better option to put my rod on, I would have used that. I would have stocked up on bluegill. I would have stocked up on bluegill. We got bluegill, stock up on another good catch. Bluegill catch and crappie. We're probably just gonna stack up on crappie too. Bro, I ain't the only one using a 14'9" pole. Well, bluegill. No, sunfish. Okay, that's good. Yeah, we just stack up on sunfish. Oh my god! Look at the pull on that. That's a big bluegill. That's gotta be a big bluegill or something. Or crappie. 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 Yeah. Trophy right crappie. Check that out. Trophy white crappie in the bag. That's a chubby little bitch. That was a chubby little shit. Oh, a warmouth. Oh, dude, we're actually gonna stock up. We're actually gonna stock up. We're gonna go to our spot. Yeah, I didn't understand that either, to be honest. Kendall. Oh shit. The little guy. Oh shit. Oh, oh. Point 99999. The point 999. Pumpkin seed. Pumpkin seed. Pumpkin seed.
Hi there.
That's a chubby.
I'm about convinced they ain't even fishing this pond no more. You look like you're having fun.
Oh, I'm not. I will never, ever, ever, ever be playing this game again.
We'll probably be playing it next episode, honestly. Dude, if I catch one fish, I'm... In this video, we're pulling back from hunting for a little while, and we're going on a little fishing trip. We're going out to Bear Lake, a place where there's a bunch of fish, and they're ready to be caught. Except here's the problem. Right now, all I have is a little bluegill pole, and I want to catch something a little bit bigger. So in this video, not only are we going to be fishing, but I'm also going to try to figure out how to catch some bigger fish in this game. Right now, I'm kind of just chilling out here on this dock, little thing. Doing a little bit of fishing over there's a little lodge. Looks really nice, but only thing I've figured out how to do so far is catch bluegill on this bluegill pole and bread. So I'm going to go ahead and cast back out. I'm going to see, if we can warm up. I'm still learning how to cast and stuff. But if we can warm up with a couple bluegill or something, that'll give us the confidence to move into the bigger fish. But yeah, pretty much, I'm pretty sure I have bread on a bobber, and I've thrown it over there beside that piling. Ain't no better place in the lake for a bluegill. Or at least there shouldn't be. I've been watching the bobber. Every now and again, it'll go down a little bit. But it just ain't moving right now. Honestly, feel like I might have to get a new spot. But I did get a bite there just a minute ago. So let's stay tuned. Let's watch it. Let's see what happens. Fishing games are something I don't play often, but I feel like they have a lot of potential. Uh-oh. Oh, man, I missed it. Here, I might have to move the spot or something. Actually, I'm going to see if I can switch baits. I've been using bread for a little bit. I don't really like it. And it needs to be deeper than 1.6 feet. It needs to be 3 feet down for the big ones on. But we're also going to do this. Emote. Can I emote in this game? There we go. We're going to get rid of the bread. We're going to put on a little blood. I want to cast it right over the bottom. And don't worry, right here in a minute, we're going to figure out how to catch some bigger fish. And we're going to sit here and watch this bobber because last time we wasn't watching it, we missed. Uh-oh. We're getting by. No, there he is. He's on. Fish on, baby. And we're going to sit here and watch this bobber because last time we wasn't watching it, we missed. Uh-oh. We're getting by. No, there he is. He's on. Fish on, baby. Fish on. Yes. I got my little bluegill pole. You can see in the bottom. There we go. What a biggin', dude. That's a great. Who the heck is that? Okay, I guess that's me. Okay, we're good. Let's release the fish and let's run around. Oh, I grounded myself. Let's run around, and whenever I say run around, I mean literally run around because all this person does is sprint in this game. I don't know if she doesn't know how to walk, but I've not figured it out. I guess it's a she. I don't know. We need to go to the marketplace, though. I want to buy like a big musky rod if I can. But hey, we're going out fishing. Here's what you got to remember, guys. Fishing isn't always about the fish. It's about the adventure with your friends. That's what fishing is all about.
The shopkeeper with the great deals.
This game is like borderline, kind of like, I don't know, like a horror game. Jumpy. Who are you? What you got?
What can I get ya?
I don't know. How much money I got? I got 255 coins. I want to buy some. And I want to buy some equipment. And I want to buy a bigger rod. See, right now, this is the one I have. It's called the Greenhorn. It's really basic. I need this rod, but I guess I don't have enough money. Dang go. How much stuff is I going to
Bro,
get?
these fish I can't keep.
Reel? I have a good reel? Can't even unlock the bait caster. Who low
Well,
level? Am I
definitely
seriously like a
definitely
level
like
1?
Because now I got enough
Thanks for nothing, I guess.
to
I'm too
stack
broke.
up.
Looks like before we do
I'm
anything.
about to get.
Looks like before we do anything, we're just going to have to absolutely catch fish.
Like 31.
I guess that's what's going to have to happen. We're going to have to get some XP or something. I think I played this game in the past a collective of 45 minutes. So that explains why I'm still level 1. If we get out here by this grass and these rocks, we should be able to catch something. I ain't going to be so patient. I want to catch fish, and I want to catch them now. Come on. Give me a bite. Give me a bite, boys. Yeah, I want to go out and catch trout and smallmouth bass, so I'm getting a bite. Bam, baby. Bring him in. I want to do all that stuff, but at the same time, I don't know if we're going to be able to do it in this video. This may be something we got to work at. Oh, what is that? Green sunfish again? That's all I've been catching this whole time. How much money did I make from that? Did I make any money at all? Hold on. Let's see if there's missions or something. I need money. I do not need to get in a competition. What about a challenge? Oh, can't do a challenge either because I'm not connected to some store. Cool. Here, journal, handbook. How do I make money in this game? I've still not figured out how to cast either. Like, how many bluegill do you got to catch to be able to buy something? I'll go ahead and say this too. KG and fishing games have never really gotten along ever, but I'm trying to give it enough. Reel that thing. I'll go ahead and say this too. KG and fishing games have never really gotten along ever, but I'm trying to give it enough. Reel that thing in. Right. Keeps coming back. What is he? What is he? Rock bass. Rock bass. Rock bass. Let's go. That's brand new. I just got 5 credits. Let's sneak and go. Release that fish, boys. Release that fish. Just got a stinking rock bass. I knew they's in here. I'm going to throw up nearest grass. And we're going to see if they might be a bluegill. I'm reeling it. I don't like that spot. We need to go further. One way or another, we need to go further. Come on. Big one. I can get used to this. I'm pretty good. I'm reeling up my slack so that I can set that hook. See, whenever I get the dings at the bottom, gosh, that's a big one. I bet it's a bluegill because it's closer to the grass. Let's see. Let's see. Is it? Is it? No, it's another green sunfish. No, it's a red ear? No, it's a green sunfish. But it's got a red ear on it, so I don't know what that's. I got 15 credits, though. All right, guys. So it looks like the name of the game is definitely going to be catching a ton of... Hold on. Let me dial real quick. Catching a lot of small fish so that we can actually buy equipment for big fish. And then hopefully big fish will bring in more money so that we don't have to catch 30 big fish. But, I mean, if you gave me a rod that could throw a spinnerbait, I feel like I could catch some bass right here. I mean, this is a very bassy-looking place. Get by. Gosh, look at the rod bend, dude. Every single time it gets me. I always think I'm hooked into something big. But instead, another green sunfish. How can we get something different? Okay, how do we get something different? 5 credits just ain't gonna do it for me. Let's switch baits. I want to switch salmon eggs. I want to send it. How about that rock? Oh, dude, that's a spot right there. If I catch a rock bass, did you just see that? Roll the replay. A giant smallmouth bass look like hitting top water. Okay, I can't do this. I'm real. We're casting it over here by these islands. That's where I had some luck earlier. Actually, why am I doing that? Let me cast it over here. Our salmon eggs are not very popular among the fish. No, I'm getting a bite. Okay, hold on. Bang, got him.
Ooh, we actually keep finally keeping
Or
bass.
is it another green sunfish?
Oh, we're about to get a
We're
lot
gonna
of
have to
fucking
get
fish,
variety.
dog. Now that we figured out we can get keep
Alright,
nets, and these
that's
keep
another
nets can
green
actually get us more fish.
Putting this thing down.
Dude, we are about
We
to
need to get in
stack.
some different
And we're about to get
environment.
some money
Let's
out
go
of
right
this
here
fish.
to the
I'm
hole,
about to
right by
straight
that.
up just play
All
this
right,
shit.
yeah, that should be a fish pretty quick. Come on now, biggin. Man, this is tough. How is bluegill fishing this tough? Oh, gosh! He's on. He's on. Now that about took the rod out of my hand. I wonder if he's big. Another rock bass. Fishing's a journey. Okay, you learn one thing at a time, and then you move on to the next.
Damn it. You can't keep this? Dude, I'll be able to keep that in real life.
I didn't know.
I catch shit like that in real life. Well, catch brim, but like,
Nope. Bernie.
it's technically bluegill.
Let's go back to the.
Why make a deal with the devil when there's a deal right here?
Dang, what are you doing?
Come to the right place.
For that, I've caught a lot of fish to be level 1 and to still only have $300. I can buy a rooster tail. I just bought a rooster tail. Thank you there, storekeeper.
Buy something next time, okay?
That store lady's on one.
Buy something next
She
time,
must be
okay?
so bored. Why she trying to pressure me and buying something so bad? All right, now we're here at this place. Let me see what we can do here. I really hope I have
Oh,
this.
crappie.
I
Okay,
do. I
I'll
have
take
the spinner.
that. Oh, we're about to stack. Oh,
And now for
bro,
this,
we're about to
we
stack.
reel it back, nice and slow. And we may get a bite, we may not.
This
But
is
you
a good
know,
game. That
what I
keep that is
realized
gonna be
in this
game
game,
changer for me
it's
because then
honestly
I
kind of
can
hard. 'Cause
fuck
you're
keep
very
more
limited
and then
on
I
things
can
you
stack
have
up on
and the
this
things you can.
XP.
And that got me thinking how convenient it would be in the game if we had legit KG fishing kits that you could just get whatever you need. Like, for example, if we wanted to catch bluegill in the game, what if we came and bought a KG fishing kit? It comes with, dude, all these hooks. We've also scan it, and it takes you to a video of me showing you how to use everything in it. So you don't have to guess. You can just get out there and start fishing. And if you want to check them out, that'll be the first link in the description. But for now, we're going to keep swinging this little rooster tail around, and we're going to try our best to catch some. I don't know if we're going to be able to, though. This game is incredibly hard. I might retire again from fishing games that don't get no better. Oh, there it is! Oh my God! Rod, did you see my rod? I think you caught a perch. I think that's a yellow perch. Let's stick and go, dude. Oh, son, my XP just went up 6 points, and I got 18 credits. We're going to a new spot. We're going to where we've seen those big fish jump out of the water beside those rocks. Look at her. She's going full sprint. Gosh, covering ground. I mean, I think it's probably easier to make enough money by a real fishing pole.
I wish they kind of had some weight so they can drop it.
I'm going to go try it down by those rocks. If I don't catch nothing there, then
Instead of putting a float.
little
But I
vacation
think the float
outside of
would
my
be
door. Last cast right here. Then we're going on a field trip. We're going to do some real fishing. Okay. Last cast right here. If I don't catch something, we're leaving. Come on, Biggin. Come on, Biggin. Bite that bait. Bite that bait. Come on. He ain't there. All right, that's it. We're leaving. I tried the fishing game. Now let's go fish real life. It's a lot more fun. All right, we're on the scene. IRL. We are no longer at Bear Lake. But instead, we're at Gary Pond, and we are here to catch some fish. I got the fish poles in the back. I'll show them to you here in a minute. And we're going to be hopping out there. By golly, I believe we're going to catch some fish. We're going to catch more fish we did in the game. I know that. And now, I've even given you guys your little first-person view thing. So you can see exactly the same view as we was using back on the game. Here's the fishing kit I was showing you guys on there. This is what we're going to be using, and this is what we're going to catch fish on today. There it is in real life, and that's all the stuff in real life. It's pretty well packed. Let's get on down to the water, and then we'll pick out what bait we're going to use. And for you guys who have only ever seen my gaming channel, I actually have 2 in real life outdoor channels. This one, the main channel, it's Big Adventures. We go all over the country doing really cool stuff. And then on this channel, the vlog channel is more chill. Not only are we going to catch more fish than we did in the game, but they're going to be bigger and they're going to be real. Let me see. I'm thinking I'm going to hop in here on these little jig heads, and I'm going to go with this almost clear color. It's almost like a clearish orange, but with this watercolor, I think it would be perfect. Let's put it on and see what they buy. And although we wasn't able to get bluegill in the game, we're going to be able to get bluegill here. I know we will. I just threw it in. Let's see if there's one looking at it. They didn't want to eat it. They did not want to eat it. That's okay. They don't have to. They're scared of it a little bit. They don't know what my bait is. That's okay. They will soon. Oh, he had it. I got a bite. My little indicator alarm didn't go off, though. All right, let me try these fish over here. I'm going to throw it out. Steady retrieve. See if we can get something to hit it. There's one. Fish on, boys. Fish on. And this time it is a bluegill, and it is a big one. That's nice. That's what I'm talking about. Hit it right there perfectly. And that's a pretty big bluegill. I would at least get 5 gold credits for that if we was in the game. Right there on that little grub. That's nice. That's what I'm talking about. Hit it right there perfectly. And that's a pretty big bluegill. I would at least get 5 gold credits for that if we was in the game. Right there on that little grub. Just like that, boom, baby. Right back in the game. Let's catch another one. First fish. It felt like it took us a little while to get it, but we got him. Oh, I just had another one look at it. I seen him swim up to it and swim away. Well, I know where he's at now. I can cast right on him and catch him. Let's just consider him caught right here. Oh, no, he broke my line. Oh, man, he broke my line. All right, we can do something different now. Something was wrong there. Maybe I had a bad knot or something. I know my drag's too loose, though. My drag's way too tight. Let's put us on something else. We already lost a grub, but that's okay. We caught a fish in the process. I think we throw on this little white marabou jig. Or should we do this little green marabou jig? I think that'll do good. I think they'll like that. And using this stuff right here, we also have a pretty good chance of catching a bass, too. Or even a trout, because we do have some trout in this pond. In this pond, we've got bass, bluegill, red ear sunfish, rainbow trout, channel catfish, whitehead minnows, spoonbill, a single albino catfish. And for now, I believe that's about it. But that's a lot of stuff for a pond. And they're not only surviving, but they are thriving. All right, let's see if we can catch something on this little jig. It sure looks good. I know that. Oh, gosh. Yeah, this looks good. We're going to catch something on it. We're going to go right over here to the same spot, too. Oh, already had a bite. That was crazy. I wasn't even ready for it. Oh, yeah, we're going to catch him on this. There's one up there. Got him. Nope, now my drag's too loose. Come on. There we go. Another blue. Nope, this is a red ear. Red ear sunfish, species number 2. That's 10 golden credits, according to my count. These have bigger mouths, but they also have that little red ear on them. These are similar to bluegill, but they actually eat things on the bottom, like little shells and snails. That's a big one that they eat. But they eat stuff like that. It's really good for your pond. There's 2 species down. Let's see if we can get one more, or at least another fish. I know we're already getting way more bites than we did in the game. There's a big one. That's a good one. This one would be another bluegill, but it's one of the big ones, so that's a good thing. It's a big male. They're actually spawning over there, and these guys are protecting it, so I'm going to stop catching him. I'm going to leave him alone. And there he goes. Fish number 3, caught. We're doing pretty good. I do say so myself. Well, hey, there we go. Don't get much better than that, does it? IRL fishing. A few months ago, me and my dad built this pond, but instead of paying like $500 to get it stocked, my goal is to catch a bunch of fish and stock it myself. So in this video, we're setting minnow traps, we're fishing in the creek, and we're going to be catching some giant bluegill to stock in the pond. It's going to be pretty epic. Now let's get started. And the first step is to actually get loaded up so that we have everything that we need. To transport the fish, I got this cooler rigged up with a bubble box. It's going to be pretty cool. Pretty much a live well. While we're doing all this fishing, we are going to have a minnow trap set. So I've actually got the minnow trapping kit that I created. It's pretty cool. Got it up on the website. I'll show you a little bit more about it once we get down to the creek, but we're definitely going to be setting that. And then for catching the actual bluegills, I got my ultralight rod right here and a nice little KG box. Tackle box. Anyways, y'all get the point. Let's head on down to the creek. I think we got everything. If not, then we'll probably remember when it's too late. But that's how it goes, I guess. Step 1, we're going down to the tiny creek where we're going to set the minnow trap. Trapping is all about time. So the quicker we can get the minnow trap in the water, the longer it can be working for us before we actually get back from fishing. And here we go. Cool. All right, guys. Now we
I got a bluegill. Right,
y'all can see it's legit a tiny creek. This isn't the same creek we're going to be fishing for bluegill. The one we're fishing for bluegill is going to be quite a bit bigger. But I am going to set a minnow trap just to see what we can get. To stock this pond, I'm pretty sure I only want bluegill, like purebred bluegill, because if you start stocking a bunch of random species in ponds, it's maybe not going to work out the best. We're going to stick to purebred bluegill because there's a lot of panfish you can catch that's actually bad for your pond. I'll actually probably catch them at the other creek, and I'll tell you about them. But yeah, the KG minnow trapping kit. Something cool put together. Comes with the minnow trap, the clip, a trap tag, so you're legal, 2 portions of minnow bait, a stake, and 6-foot paracord, so you know you can actually hold on. Comes with the minnow trap, the clip, a trap tag, so you're legal, 2 portions of minnow bait, a stake, and 6-foot paracord, so you know you can actually hold on to your trap. Pretty simple though. We got them up on the website if you guys do want them. If not, okay. I'm going to put some of the minnow bait in here. Really doesn't need to be a ton. This bag could honestly probably last you 4 times if you don't use much. We'll just line up that minnow trap. Put the clip right here. Clip it together. Now that thing's ready to rock and roll, we're going to clip it in right there. Trap tag to make it legal. You got to put your information on it. Well, you don't go to jail, I guess. And the stake is if needed. I don't think we're going to need it today. Now let's toss her in the creek without dying. This is definitely looking a little snaky, if you know what I mean. Don't want to get snake bit for this video, but I will if I have to, I guess. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, 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 oh. All right, boys, we're in. Nice little hole. It's not very deep at all. Honestly, don't plan on catching a lot, but sometimes you would be surprised at what you can catch in a tiny little creek like this. And I guess today we're hopefully going to find out. Low-key, gonna be honest, guys, Not expecting much out of this. But luckily, the minnow trap isn't my main place I'm going to be getting fish. This is a spot that I wanted to try, but it's not where I'm banking all the catches on. I plan on getting a lot of catches at the creek we're going to, and maybe even the pond we're going to. But like I was saying, name of the game with a minnow trap, the longer you can have it in the water, the better. So while we're fishing, it's going to be fishing, and we ain't going to be doing nothing to make it do it. Plus, we may get some bait out of there. If we catch a few minnows, that'll be good. We'll take them home, turn them into bait. We'll catch y'all at the creek. We're going fishing. Fishing this time. Real fishing this time. With a fishing pole this time. Fishing. Alright guys, so the first part is like the creek.
Oh no, it's a big bluegill.
It's not very much, but there is fish in here, and that's what actually matters.
Crappie.
Ooh, yeah, big 162-ounce jig head. It's gonna be putting one of these little pellets.
That's what you want right there.
It doesn't look like much, but the fish eat it, and that's what matters. However, my prediction for this spot is since we're after purebred bluegill, I don't know if we're gonna be getting too many right here. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of random species, and especially the ones we don't actually want in the pond. Well, pretty simple. We'll throw it in, reel it back super slow, and something should eat it, hopefully, before we get it back. That's the plan, at least. Maybe bounce it a little bit here and there. We're not here to fish. We're here to catch. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be quiet.
Another crappie. Another crappie, I think.
Especially if they've seen my YouTube channel before. I don't know. They may not bite today. Who knows? Let's see if I can.
Another crappie. I hope it's another crappie.
No bites. This ain't good.
Yeah, it's another crappie. Yes, dude. We're fucking stacking up our crappies.
This is actually a creek chub.
Exactly what we want right here.
Gosh. And this creek chub's been almost eaten. Dude, look at this thing. That's recent. That's got to be like a snapping turtle or an eagle. I'd say probably a snapping turtle that got a hold of him, and he somehow escaped. Dude, I don't know what would have took a big gash out of him like that. Something did, though. Anyways, this is a creek chub. It's not necessarily going to hurt your pond, but it's not really going to help either. He's just going to eat stuff and not really reproduce at all. Long story short, these guys belong in the creek, not in my pond. What we're really looking for, since this pond really doesn't have any fish in it yet, is we're looking for bluegill, something that can go in there, spawn a lot, and pretty much populate the pond themselves. Even though the creek chub would be cool to fish and catch, if he's not really going to reproduce, he's really not going to populate the pond for us. Where if we catch a bluegill, it could spawn one time and bring 50 new bluegill into the pond. That's what we're after. And that's why we're strategically not bringing in bass yet. Right now, it's just bluegill. Because if we immediately bring in bass, he could eat the same bluegill that we're trying to let populate the pond. And you can't really have bass without a bunch of bluegill for him to eat. So right now, that's the objective. Later on, we will definitely, in later videos, be going after some bass. But right now, we're pretty strict on what we want.
It's right on that
bluegill and bluegill only. I'm going to see if I can catch one more fish in this creek. Then I think we're probably going to move on. They don't seem to be biting too good today. There's something. We'll see what it is. Could be a bluegill. Is it? Personally, I think this is some kind of hybrid, but we'll take it. It's close enough. It can be a sly hybrid and still be okay, but if it's like completely the wrong species, it's a little too much. We're just going to slide him in there. I'll show you a little more about this cooler a little bit later, but not right now. All right, let's go for one more fish, and then we're going to head out.
Or a little threadfin shad.
We can't end on bluegill. Oh gosh, there's a bass. There's a big bass. Oh, not right now. All right, let's go for one more fish, and then we're going to head out. We can't end on a bluegill. Oh gosh, there's a bass. There's a big bass. Oh, that was cool. Too bad that's just not what we're after today. All right, guys, we did pretty good. Not gonna lie, we caught a big chub minnow, but I think we're gonna head on out. We're gonna head on out and go to a different spot. So the creek was okay. We did catch a nice creek chub, and we did even catch a bluegill, or at least some kind of hybrid of one. But they really didn't seem to be biting that good, and it's not really what we're looking for. So I'm gonna make a run about 20 minutes, heading into a little backwoods pond, and this place has got some bluegill, and there's a ton of bluegill, so it's the perfect place to take some out. I'm gonna make this all right, and I'll catch you guys when we get there. This is gonna be a pretty good spot. Should be. All right, guys, we have arrived at the pond. It's a pretty solid pond. My knot is not looking perfect, and it looks like it's a little frayed right up here. So I'm just going to cut it off. And by the way, the USA pocket knife is back in stock after a long time. The USA pocket knife right up here, KendallGrayOutdoors.com, or the first link in the description. You can pick them up. They just restocked. And then, of course, you got the wild fish. And then, you know, you got the just want to let y'all know, because everybody has been asking about the USA knife, and now it's finally back in stock. I'm hoping that it doesn't take long to catch some fish in here. I know there's a lot in here, so I know there's good potential to catch some giant bluegill. The question, though, is what kind of day is it? I don't know. Is it a day the fish are biting, or is it
We're
a day the
definitely
fish are not
get a
biting?
whole
It's a
lot
great
of
question.
when we
And
stack up
unfortunately,
on
it's all up to the
money on
fish,
this
not me.
game. We're
What I'm going to
definitely
do is go
gonna
ahead
go
and
to a
unratchet strap alive, Will. That way,
different
when if I
place
catch a
and
fish,
catch
I
some
can
fish
just
over
come
there,
straight
and
over
then
and put him in there. We got a little bit of water so
get
far.
our
And then we got that one
advance
little
so we
bluegill.
can,
I brought the minnow bucket, though,
you know
so
what
I
I'm
can put
saying,
more water in as we need it.
get
As
our
for now,
advanced
let's just go
license
ahead
and
and get
catch
straight
that.
into it. Let's get started. I'm running super simple, the same rig.
Oh
Little
my
pink dot.
gosh!
That's
Look at the
pretty much the
size of
bait.
this
And it works.
fucker.
Boom. I don't know
Yep,
how,
it's
but they
actually
can't
looks like
resist
an
it.
L
Wow,
Y.
let's
It's just a
test our luck.
shad
See if the
versus
fish
the
is
L.
good
Like
today.
you want me to catch a
Just
real
gonna
Y
toss it
for
in,
bait, you know,
bounce it
your
back.
first
When
thing
one
is bait.
takes it, just like that, we got him. It didn't take long at all. This is a big one, dude. Straight off the bat, we got a magnum bluegill, baby. Pull him straight up. Dude, what a stinking magnum. A stinking magnum bluegill to start the day. What even is that? Like, these are ones that you take to the fish fry, brother. Straight out the gate, man. The first stinking cast. What even do you call that? He just peed on me. That's what I call it. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and put him straight in here. He's going crazy. He's going crazy. I knew he would do that. I knew he would do that. We're going to shut the lid, make it dark on him. I'm going to go ahead and get him some more water, too. We want these guys to not be stressed out. So more water equal more better for fish. There we go. We plan on bringing back a lot more fish like that. So hopefully we're going to need a lot more water. Name of the game, boys. Catch them all, man. Water's a little dirty. Yeah, there we go. Now that is plenty of water. They should be pretty happy. I'm gonna leave it open though. Let's stinking go, boys. What about that one? Huh? Stocking that pond ain't gonna be too bad, is it? Take the creek tub for example. They eat stuff, but they don't reproduce in ponds typically. Whereas you take the bluegill, they eat stuff, but they reproduce like crazy. Obviously, it's gonna be better to just put the bluegill in the pond and save that little bit of food that the creek chub eats and save it for that fish who actually reproduces. That's the real thing about stocking the pond. All these fish would love to live in the pond, but it's just where do you want the food to go? Do you want it to go to the fish who's not going to reproduce, or do you want it to go to the fish who will reproduce and have like a ton of babies? Realistically, any of these fish would do fine, but there's only so much food in the pond, and you want to make sure it's going to the right places. As we catch another magnum bluegill. This one's not as much of a magnum, but buddy, if he can spawn, hopefully it's a she, because he don't spawns. Oh, he just peed on me. Dang. If this bad boy can spawn as much of a magnum, but buddy, if he can spawn, hopefully it's a she, because he don't spawns. Oh, he just peed on me.
Green.
If this bad boy can spawn a couple times, we're going to be having a lot more fish. And I'm going to play this smart. I'm going to pull in here and grab this towel so that I don't get my pants smelling like an absolute aquarium before church. Because, heck yeah, no need to smell like a dead fish if you don't have to smell like a dead fish. You feel me? Playing smarter, not harder, guys. And since both of our casts have been about 3 feet off the bank, we're going to throw it back 3 feet off the bank, and we're going to pull in another bluegill. And this is how you know that this pond is ready to, have some taken out, is whenever you have some bluegill that are literally the size of bass, like these over here, and you're catching them every cast, not a bad time to take some out. Especially when the way it works is that whenever I take away 15 bugs a day with that bluegill, there's just going to be another bluegill pop up and eat 15 bugs a day. And the way that bluegill reproduce, it's not going to take long for there to be a bluegill that's going to replace him. There will instantly and gladly be a bluegill replace that big bluegill in here. And I just got a big buck, pretty big bluegill. I'd say it's another mag. Isn't this fun? Running around the creeks and stuff and catching bluegill to put in the pond, and that hopefully we catch later. He was right there. If he remembers, it won't take long to catch this guy. Now, all this fishing's making me pretty hungry, but luckily we don't have to rely on the leftovers from last week's catch and cook, because we have Factor. Now, dang, dude. All right, here we go. This is definitely better than the most recent catch and cook. There he is. Dang, dude. Look at how he's bending the rock. This isn't ultralight, but like these bluegill are tough. Jeez. I can't hardly turn this guy. Look at that. What? Now, we're going to go ahead and put this guy. This is actually perfect eating size. If y'all wondering how big a bluegill do you eat, this is the size bluegill you eat. He's the same size as my head. All right, we're going to toss him in. Let him go. Now, we're going to go ahead and put this guy. This is actually perfect eating size. If y'all wondering how big a bluegill do you eat, this is the size bluegill you eat. He's the same size as my head. All right, we're going to toss him in. Let him go. Now, let's get this thing working. Let's get this aerator pumping just to keep them a little bit more calm and make sure that we have plenty of oxygen. Fun fact, if you're keeping fish alive, even if it's bait, they can't live very long without air, and that's what this thing does. Let's hook it up. It takes 2D batteries, which was not easy to find. Stick them in there. See if we can turn it on. All right, so it's pumping. None of it's made it down the hose yet. I have to do some troubleshooting here. Our aerator is having technical difficulties and is not wanting to work. Yeah, we'll let it run for a minute. We'll see if it starts bubbling. But the good thing is that I do have that bucket, so I should be able to just refill water every so often and give them more oxygen. I'm trying to catch bass right here. It's a pretty bass-looking pond. Let's try a cast right over there by those reeds. Might have just turned off. That's funny. I'll try something different. To get a little bit more casting distance, I'll put a bobber on here and see if it makes a big difference. I don't have a big bobber. I got a tiny bobber, but a bobber that hopefully should work. Do that. Mainly hoping this thing gives me a little casting distance so I can get it out there a little bit further. Oh gosh. Yeah, that definitely got it out there a little bit further. Here we got a bluegill. Oh, we had a bluegill. Oh, and now I'm hung up in a stinking briar bush 4 feet away from me. Yeah, I don't like the bobber. I'm taking it off. There's fish. Oh, he came off again. Probably the same fish. Let's throw in there one more time at him. Should be able to get him. There he is. Got him this time. He's not a magnum, but he's a good one. Even this one, being a medium-sized bluegill, if it spawns, we're in good shape. It looks like our bubble box is, unfortunately, like literally doing nothing. So we're not even going to waste my battery. Just going to turn it off. I have to go to Walmart or Amazon, buy a new one, I guess, because that one's not working. Luckily, I don't think we're going to have a problem. I think we should be able to get them back pretty easy. There's the bait that's catching them all. Super simple. But yeah, here we go. I'm going to catch a bunch of bluegill. Then we got to go back home, check the minnow traps, and make sure we get those fish to the pond without them dying. There we go. Another bluegill. Maybe not the biggest one in the pond, but he's a good one in the pond. All right, guys, I'm going to be honest. I think we're certified slaying them right now. Like, we can't hardly get a cast in without catching a fish. Right there. Got him. Oh, this is a big one. Dude, this might be the biggest one of the day. He's running like crazy. I've not even been able to turn him yet. All right, I turned him. Okay, never mind. Eat my words. He is not the biggest one in the pond, but he's a good one in the pond. That's for sure. We are not doing bad today. I will say that. In Operation Stocking the Pond with Bluegill, we're getting pretty dang close to honestly being complete. I believe the pond is about a 1/3 acre, up to like 8 feet deep, I think, maybe 10 feet. So definitely big enough for fish. And, I think we were supposed to stock it with like 300 bluegill that big. So far, total, I think we probably got 30 bluegill that big. Honestly, if they can spawn one time, they can make 200 collectively. Not one of them. Oh, I caught a fish. No way. Oh, this is a dark one. This one might be the biggest one of the trip right here. A big dark bluegill. You can tell he's been in some cracks. I don't know why I flinched like that. It's just a bluegill. Come on, brother. Stop flopping. Get you back in a different pond. I know that. But yeah, collectively, one good spawn. I think there'll be hundreds of bluegill in the pond after that. And I think it's going to be important to make sure there's at least one good spawn of bluegill before we start putting bass in. Because the bass are going to eat the baby bluegill. And if there's no baby bluegill, the bass might just eat the big bluegill, which is not what we want because we need those. There's one. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one there. Another nice bluegill. Oh, wow. Look at the colors on that one. Not only is he big, but he's colored different too. I mean, that's a big bluegill. Toss him in, see how the rest are doing. They're doing good. They're not humped up in the corner, but I think that's pretty normal. As long as they can't jump out, and as long as they're doing pretty okay, I think we're good. Honestly, guys, it seems like it's just more of the same. So I'm just going to keep on fishing. We'll catch some more bluegill, and then Our objective is going to be make sure we get those back to the pond and check that minnow trap on the way home. So far, so good. I think stocking the pond is going pretty good so far. But the more we can put in there, the better. All right, guys, we're back in the tiny creek, and just from up here, here's what I'm thinking. So you can actually see the minnow trap right there. And if we zoom in, every now and again, you can actually see some minnows swimming around it. See, you just seen those, right? Well, since the minnow trap's only been in there for about 2 hours, I think our bet's actually going to be taking these fish onto the pond and then coming back at the end of the day and checking the minnow trap. Because even if we catch minnows, we're not really going to put those in the pond. We're just going to put them in a pool pond and save them for bait. Realistically, the chance of catching a bluegill in that creek, extremely low. So probably just going to pass it up. We will come back before the video's over, but right now, we need to take these fish and get them in the pond. I think that's their next move. All right, guys, we're at the farm. There is the pond. That's the big pond, but that's not actually the one we're stocking. You probably did know about that pond. That pond, we've made a lot of videos about that pond, but we've also created another pond up here, which we've been keeping a little low-key, and it's the one we're actually stocking ourselves. Fun little summer project, you know what I mean? I've been making YouTube shorts and TikToks about it, but I'm thinking I might just start making vlogs about it, because these videos are way too good to only be 60 seconds. Rolling in the deep, what we got? And that there is the pond. This is the pond that we're stocking ourselves. It's 1/3 of an acre, but as you can see, plenty big enough to have some epic fishing. And frog gigging. And if you paid attention, the pond that we was catching those giant bluegill out, honestly, probably smaller than this. So that just lets you know how much potential there is, even in a small pond like this. Man, this is going to be pretty sweet, dude. Right now, it just came to rain this week, so that's why the water's brown. But usually the water's almost blue. Kind of crazy. All right, let's put the fish in. I'm going to put the GoPro on for this one. This is kind of hands-on, so I need both of them. We'll go ahead and undo the ratchet.
Ooh, that's a big blue. Oh my god, that's something. Look at
I
that.
do have a replacement coming. All the fish are alive, so luckily we didn't really need it this time. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out though. Cool. Come on, a little bit further. Let's go. Come on. Oh no! What was that? I think I destroyed the bubble box. It's pretty much broke anyhow. For whatever reason, it wasn't getting the right compression. And it also doesn't turn on half the time. So, you know, sometimes things just wear out. And sometimes they're not worth going through all the process to fix them. Unfortunately, in this scenario, I think this might just be that scenario. However, I will take this off of it because I might need that later. Who knows? I mean, it's pretty well dry rotted. I've had this thing for a few years, and it's definitely served its time. But I think it's probably about time to get a new one. Let's put these bluegill in. And hey, I know that a lot of pond biologists ain't gonna like what I'm about to say, but there are a few bits of grass in here, and there is a chance that grass takes root in the pond and makes there be grass. I don't really know. It's literally only a few strands of grass in there, but the question is, will it be enough to start grass in the pond? The thing about it is that no one actually likes grass, except the fish. And they love grass. So with me, I'm kind of iffy. Do I want grass? Because the fish definitely like it. And it does help the pond because it gives a lot of oxygen, keeps the water clean. But as for a fisherman, it's not the funnest to fish in when you got to pull grass off your hook every other cast. And whenever it literally takes over the pond, that's not too fun. Once grass gets in the pond, to the top, but they are going to go about 3 feet up the tree, and I just think that's going to be the perfect spot for me to sit in a boat or off the bank and just flip a jig right up to the tree and like, kick its way all the way down. I guarantee.
Sorry guys,
there's
at the
gonna be a
bit
bass
hospital
sitting
haircut. I did
somewhere
something
on
to
that
eat.
tree. And speaking
And I
of
didn't even want to come up here and eat it. I turned, I went down there and ate it.
Down into the bottom.
Don't worry, I just even got like 16 pounds of fish in our little cooler, little fish hut.
Is the pond. It's looking pretty good, but what's
And we're just catching fish, you know. Got a lot of crappie in there, got a lot of bluegill, sunfish, got a lot of sunfish. You even have a largemouth bass in there. We have a largemouth bass in there. I'll make it feel like I want to push up and go to using my spoons.
I don't know about you, but I think that's a mega deep pond. Yeah, I do say so myself. Most ponds are like 6 foot deep max. That one's going to be 35. So as we're digging up the dirt, we keep the good dirt, send it off to the dam, dump it out, pack it down. But the rocks, we'll grab those with the excavator and set them over in a pile. That's when we start to see this big pile forming of giant boulders that are the size of a truck bed. That's a big rock. And we have a lot of them. Like, look at this rock pile. I'm telling you this right now. If we had to buy those rocks, it would be probably over $10,000, depending on where you bought them. Potentially more. And every day that we dig, every scoop that we dig, we're finding more and more rocks. And at the end of the day, we'll just pull them out.
Like crappie?
We'll figure out what to do with them. It's day 5. And at this point, I actually have to leave for like 5 days. So my dad, uncle, and cousin, they're just going to see sitting here digging this pond for 5 days, and I'm not even going to get to see any part of it. So, headed out for the entire week, I just thought about what could possibly be happening at the pond, and then I finally got to come back. When I came back, the dam was like 70% complete, which is pretty crazy, because, I mean, I don't know, man, it's starting to look like a pond now. The rock pile had gotten even bigger, and it had even gotten deeper, and they backed it up even farther into the field where they've been digging dirt, put on the dam. Day 10 rolls around, and I got the news from my cousin.
Hey, you need to be figuring out where you're going to put the rocks because they're kind of in the way, and we need the dirt that the rocks are sitting on.
Okay, let's figure it out. If we have all these rocks, we definitely want to do something creative with them and use them to our advantage. We want to put them in the bottom of the pond. That way the fish can swim around using the structure. So I told my cousin where exactly I wanted them, a rough estimate, and so they came up with a cool idea, and that's exactly what they did on day 10. The pond is really starting to take shape and look like somewhere fish could actually live. Instead of just a big mud bowl, now it has structure in it, and places that fish can hide, swim, live, sleep. If fish sleep, I don't know if fish sleep. I just try to catch them. It is finally.
Was that a fish?
Really starting to take shape. Rock piles are in place. We've even got a tree down there in the bottom of it, and the dam.
Dude, that's a fish. Is that really a fish? Or is that a snake? Dude, that's actually a fish.
And figure out exactly where water is going to be, how much higher the dam needs to be.
No, it's not. It looks like a stick.
Finish the dam. If you look back here behind me, you can see rock
It's a branch.
distributed out through the pond. Back here behind me, you see a super long rock point, kind of like a pier, and behind me another rock point. And this is really awesome because if you guys don't know, fish love rocks. And the reason they love rocks is because it gives them so many places to hide from bigger fish. As we're building this pond, we're not only thinking about the catfish and bass. You got to think about the crawdad. You got to think about the bluegill, even the minnows, and even the algae that the minnows eat. And so as we build these rock ponds, we have bait fishing. Imagine you're a minnow. You're this big, but there's a fish this big trying to eat you. What are you going to do? Well, I'll tell you what I do. I would get my little minnow body and I'd go, and then I'd get right back in there so that big fish cannot get me. Well, that is exactly what all these rock piles do. These rock piles are also important for the catfish. Unlike bass and bluegill, catfish actually need something pretty special to breed and lay eggs. They need a place where they can get back in, like a little hole, be super protected, and watch their eggs on them. In most man-made ponds, there's actually no rocks and no cover suitable for catfish to lay eggs in. So they just don't. And that's why in most ponds, ever so often, you have to restock catfish because they cannot reproduce on their own. But with these, all these rocks, every single rock is giving a catfish an opportunity to get back in the crack and lay eggs. Down in the deepest parts, you can see we have rock piles scattered across the bottom, along with just big rocks sitting and chilling wherever. This is really good because, hey, sometimes the fish want to go deep. As you look up closer to the bank, you also see smaller rock piles, which will end up being about 2 to 5 feet underwater. This is going to be great because we can walk the bank visually see the rock walls so that we can fish them effectively. Then on the far back end, we built something pretty special. A pier made out of 100% rocks, which the top will be sticking out about 6 inches so that we can still walk across the rocks. With that many rocks stacked together, it should be a perfect place for bait fish to get in and hide and even spawn and stuff. And the point, only about 10 yards from it, will be the same exact thing. As you look back here behind me, you will notice a big pine tree. Just like the rocks, this is going to give them amazing habitat for little fish and big fish to just swim around and have a good time. This makes me like so excited because you can look at it on a macro level where you see the whole tree and like, oh yeah, that's fine. Probably catch it there and maybe pull back off of it. Yeah, that's awesome. But I really like looking at it at a granular level. Let's take this rock here for example. It doesn't look like much. Well, what does this stick right here mean to a minnow or a crawler? A minnow could literally live its entire life right in this little area right here. And to us, it's just a couple sticks. That minnow, it's going to live its entire life here, make a bunch of friends here, possibly get eaten here, and then reproduce right here. There's so much going on right here. There could be algae grow right here on this stick, and then the minnow comes in and eat it. And then whenever the minnow goes back home, he gets eaten because there's actually a bat under that rock. I want to show you some fossils we found. As my cousin on the excavator was sifting through all these rocks, he found this fossil. Take a look at that. Now, what is that? I don't know. Probably a tree, if we're going to be honest, but we can say it's a dinosaur. It makes it sound cool. No one's pretty strong. Somehow, petrified into this rock, it's like straight up a fossil at the bottom of this pond. And it's going to be covered up in water, and we'll probably never get to see it again. But that's okay, because we found another fossil over here, which is so much crazy. Look at this fossil. It's a way bigger tree, and you can very easily see all the different things. And this is 100% rock. What exactly was this, you may ask? I don't know. Could be a big fish.
It's called a while. Well, just thought I would go on a fishing game. We're starting to figure it out. As you can see, I can carry more fish now. So I'm about to carry like 30 pounds of fish. And, just doing whatever. I have this game too, so I'm going to grind this game out a little bit, Dude, I literally am max level 100. I haven't gone for any fables. And I hope to gosh I could do it without doing all that little shit. If I have to do all that shit just to get an animal that is fable, then I don't know. Like, I just don't know.
We noticed that the slope was slightly off and that we needed more dirt on the dam. If you don't know, the more dirt that you put on a dam, that's just more dirt able to hold back more water. But this wasn't going to cut it. This was almost to the dangerous. It might work, but it might not. We ran the risk, and it was looking like maybe 10% chance that something went wrong in the future, but still only about maybe 2% chance of something actually bad happened. Also, let's just keep this between me and you. I made up those statistics, but one thing for sure, the dam was too small. So day 15, our objective is clear. We have to make the dam thicker, and that means more dirt. You go down to the bottom of the pond, dig it out some more, which ended up making the pond even deeper and hold even more water, which is totally awesome. So we dug it up, loaded it up in the dump truck, and then I hauled it down to the dam, dumped it out, and my cousin used the excavator to facilitate the dirt around and load it up exactly where it needed to be, which was on the other side of the dam. We also had to track it in good to make sure that every piece of dirt that hit the dam was packed in super tight, giving it an even lower chance of busting out. But that's not all we had to do to the dam. In order to decrease the chances even more, we decided to lower the dam. And this is the same. Because when you lower the dam, you lower the water level, which means the pond is not going to be as big as we originally planned. But to be decent humans and reduce the risk of blowing someone's house away, that's what we did. And we're very happy to do that. If we can reduce the risk from 2% to 0.02%, we will do that and lower the pond as low as it needs to get. Now, of course, we could reduce the risk to zero if we quit building the pond, but we're not going to do that. We need a pond. So my cousin with the dozer shaved off the dam, made it lower, but we used that extra dirt packed on the backside and make this dam be able to hold much more weight, which will make it much safer for everybody. About midday during the search for more dirt, we actually needed the dirt, which was under one of the big standing poplar trees. So we didn't really have any options. We needed the dirt. The trade-off to get the dirt was well worth knocking down the poplar tree. So although we didn't want to, we had two stoves. It's actually back here beside me. We have the big roof pot up there, and then the two trunks go all the way down to the main bottom of the pond. That should be great for fishing, 100%. Probably even better than if it was standing. As we got towards the end of the day, we went ahead and pulled out a little survey thing so that we could make sure the dam is level across the whole thing. To do this, you set up this little scope thing completely level, send the guy with a stick across the dam, and if you look across and it reads the same number, you're good to go. The pond dam is 2 foot 6, 2 feet 3.5, 2 feet 1.5, 2 feet 2 foot 6. Basically, we do this until it's all the way across 2 foot 6. We also added the spillway, which is just a pipe. Actually, that's not the spillway. That's just a pipe. That is the spillway. The spillway is higher up than the pipe, but lower than the dam. That way, if the pipe is clogged up, water can still exit without burrowing over the dam and pretty much destroying it. After day 15, 100% of the pond dam is complete. We total then to build the pond. It came out to 725 loads of dirt, 1,091 gallons of diesel, and 3 really sore backs and knees. Previously on the pond build, my family took this old coal mine and started transforming it into the ultimate fishing pond. Step 3. Locate a good spot to put the pond. Back when this property was an operating coal mine, there actually used to be a pond right here in this big sinkhole area. But for some reason, after they stopped mining, they ripped open the dam and drained the entire pond. So we figured this would be the perfect place to start. Step 2 is to go through, clear out all the brush and all the trees in the bottom of the pond. That way we can see what we're working with the bottom composition. Step 3 is to start digging dirt and start piling it up to make the dam. But it was on this step that we ran into our first problem. Since this was an old coal mine and they blew up a lot of rock to get to the coal, a lot of this dirt we're digging up is extremely rocky, which is considered bad dirt when building a dam. The problem with rocky dirt is that it doesn't pack together super well and the water can find its way out.
Do you really get a frog?
Which, we're going to talk about that later in this video. Regardless, after the dam is built, the pond is technically complete. But while we're waiting on rain to come to fill it up, we're moving on to step 5, which is actually adding structure and cover to the pond. Cover refers to anything that fish can relate to. That's like brush piles, logs, rocks, and even grass. See, fish can survive in a pond with no structure, but they really can't thrive. Fish use structure and cover to hide from predators and to ambush their prey. And if you want a fishing pond that can sustain healthy populations of both bait fish and predator fish, you're going to need a lot of cover. Earlier in step 3, while we were digging dirt to build the dam, we actually found a ton of giant chuck rock, which we put into points and piles, which is going to be perfect cover. But at this point, the pond is still lacking wood cover, which is pretty important for fish. And so for step 5, I hopped in the excavator and went out through the rest of the property to find stumps, logs, and bushes that I could put in the bottom of the pond to create some woody structure. Here we go. Or at least that was the plan. Don't even start. I'll figure it out. It didn't start. I heated it up for about 45 seconds, and then That's all it takes. Yep, well, I'll try this a couple more times. If it's hiking real slow like batteries, they used to. I'm going to tell you how it used to be, man. Yeah. Section. Now there's a pump, sir. It's got a green line. It's on that switch to make it green. And then just do the same thing as those? Yeah. There we go. That worked the way it's supposed to. Alright, now we're going to travel around and look for brush piles to pick up. And there we are, guys. We are at the final spot where we're actually going to do some digging. We're going to stretch out that thumb, and then we're going to reach out there and I'm going to pick through this big brush pile and see if there's something I might be able to find. By the looks of it, they just found a pretty good piece. Right here, a big old tree with a big old stump. That is going to be perfect. Let's see what else we can find.
I really want to see how much money I'm going to get in this little net.
And so now that I have a few stumps picked out, I'm going to try to get all the dirt off of them as possible. That way we can really have the whole root system working for us. And you've just seen the power of this excavator. But now, hopefully, we're going to get to see the finesse that these things are also capable of. So I can just pick it up and gently shake it. Try to get all the dirt out of the roof. And then now that it's clean, I'll bring it over here and set it right here. Now let's go back over and shake out the other one.
I think last time we were here, we caught plenty of crappie right in the middle. I think it was where that should actually be at, right in the middle of the water. We'll go back over here and then we'll see what's up.
And be able to carry them both back in one trip. This is perfect, guys. Sweet. So now let's carry it back to the pond.
Actually, let's try experiment.
This is awesome. Alright, there we go. We got our first load of wood. That's 2 logs and 2 stumps. Now we're going to be putting a lot more wood in here, so where exactly we put these isn't going to matter the most. But I think this first one was done.
Holy shit.
There in that little hole.
Got a little golden shiner. Look at little them golden shiners.
Now we will repeat that process 20 more times.
Look at them golden shiners, man. Yeah, I love them golden shiners. Them golden shiners right there. Really good right there. I love them golden shiners.
After structure and cover. Does that look like
French fries to you.
It's time for summer. Patiently waiting for rain so that this pond can fill up. And after 60 long days, the rain finally came. And that brings us to today. The pond is at max capacity with the water. And it's even successfully draining out of the pipe. As you look out at the pond, it's a pretty good size. But there is a few problems. The first problem, and the most noticeable problem, is that we have some floating trees out there. Now, I don't know if y'all know me or not, but I'm just like a dude from Kentucky. I'm not the smartest person in the world. For some reason, back in step 5, whenever I was putting all the trees in the bottom of the pond, I didn't really consider that they would actually float. And they floated, so I don't really have a solution for this. But long story short, what I should have done looking back on it is after I put the logs in the bottom of the pond, I should have put a few rocks and set up on top of them, which I did on a few logs, but obviously not all of them. To fix that problem, I can either go in, grab those logs, and just drag them out, or I could even take some really heavy weights, tie to the logs, and try to sink them. Those are really giant logs, and you're going to need a ton of weight, so I don't actually know how we're going to solve that solution yet. But that's the least of our worries. The biggest problem is that just as we had the suspicions in episode 1, having bad dirt that could potentially leak, unfortunately that is exactly what happened. Now what I'm about to show you is how ponds are supposed to work. This is where the water comes from. It comes off the
0.99999 crabby.
The water collects in the pond itself, and then whenever the water level reaches a certain point, which is up to this top,
Exactly what I was mentioning too. You saw that? You saw that, guy? I told you to come out in the middle of this lake, catch a little crappie, and that little crappie, little white crappie. I'm telling you now.
In another spot. And it's right down here on the bottom right of the dam. And this is really bad for a couple
I'm
reasons.
telling you now, that white crappie out there done eat my shit, and I got me another one. No, probably not. I don't know.
That we want the pond to stay at. Which means if we don't do something to fix that leak, this water level is going to gradually just fall.
Oh, bluegill. Oh, sunfish. Bluegill. Yeah, I couldn't keep that one, though.
Because we do not know how deep the leak actually is. And so that brings us on to step 7. How do you fix a leak? And we have a couple different tricks up our sleeve, but for now, we've got to drain the pond and find out exactly where the leak is. Oh, no. Oh, no, that's not good. Oh, goodness. No way. No. Guys, I have really, really bad news for the pond. So long story story short, we were going to come out here and drain the pond like I mentioned in the last clip, but we wanted to wait a few days because it was going to come a big rain. And something pretty terrible actually just happened. Awesome, you know, full of water, but the pond dam broke. Here we have a big fall. I don't really know what to even think about it, but that's going on. Over here's the real bad one. The pipe is somehow out of the ground. So this is actually really bad. Like, I don't know if you'll understand, but like, this ain't good, you know? So what happened is somehow the water rose, which is all good, but it stopped going out of the pipe, and it just broke the dam and figured out that was the best way to go. But what in the world made this pipe buck up like that? And it looks like our emergency spillway, for some reason, you can see it float a little bit, but after so much, the emergency spillway just wasn't enough. I might tell Dad, he might be able to do something, but as for me, I don't really know what to do.
See the problem, what caused it, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Probably enough fire and rock pipe.
Big white crappie.
And it is the next day, and everything's actually looking pretty good. As for the pond dam back here behind me, they fixed it. They put more dirt to fill in the spots where it washed away. Right back here at the pipe, they pushed it back down, filled it full of dirt all on the top of that. And then right there on the other side of the pipe, they fixed the spillway. So day one update, after the pond dam broke, here it is. All right, guys, we're officially on the pond. I guess this is like the first time we're actually floating on the pond. It's a little weird. If you hear something flying, it's because there's a drone above me. Regardless, solution A, solution B, two different kinds of powders. Go ahead and check it out. We'll cut it open. And basically, I have to spread these equally across the pond. The way it works, throw it in the water. It gets in the water. Water seeps out. This stuff actually expands, stops up the hole. We'll see how it goes. Basically, here's how it works. Scoop of solution A. Throw it on the pond. Scoop of solution B. Throw it on top of solution A. We do this until all 100 pounds is gone, and hopefully this place will be fixed up. Here we go. All right, guys, it's day 6 after putting that powder stuff in the pond. As I walk down the dam to where the leak is, you can still see it's pretty wet through here, and we still have a stream of water coming right in here. But what's important is that the stream of water is smaller than it's ever been before. As of day 6, the leak is definitely not stopped yet, but I have noticed a significant decrease in how much it's actually leaking. Maybe that's a good sign. We'll just have to wait a few more days and see for sure. All right, guys, it has been about 20 days since we did that. You can look back there behind me. We actually just had massive rain, and so, I don't know, water's coming down, I guess. Pond is full. I'm actually going to step over here and take a look at the leak. I've not really looked at it much since we put that stuff in it. This right here is the area with the leak. You can actually still see some water running. And by golly, right here's a leak right there. I didn't even notice that. That's just water coming straight out of the ground, going out from below the pond and out right here. And, yeah, still pretty muddy. So, I mean, it's supposed to take 30 days for it to completely do what it's going to do. So let's give it this last 10. I guess, fingers crossed, let's hope for the best, because as right now, the leak is not fixed. All right, so it is day 247 since we started building the pond. And as you can see back here behind me, we're actually starting to drain it. Oh, so right now we have a big water pump out there. That's actually a pretty heavy duty and giant water pump. Of course, they make bigger ones, but not many. Now, long story short, we're pumping out the water from the pond out of the pond. That way we can lower the water level enough to try to really identify where the leak is. That's whenever we're able to fix it. If we really don't know where the leak is, we can't really do much about it. And so we've been pumping for about 2 days. It's probably going to take 2 or 3 more days to really pump it down where it needs to be. So now we just leave that thing to pump out water, take the water level down.
Sun for the rest of
We'll be
them.
back.
Damn.
Tomorrow. All right, guys, it has been a couple days later, and this is where we are right here, right now. The pond, this is the lowest I've seen the pond since the day we built it 200 million years ago, or whenever it was, a long time ago. You get the point, though. I'm going to do a real slow pan for y'all. Just check it out. Like, I know y'all seen the videos a little while ago where it was drained, but I've not seen this since, like, literally back in the fall when we built it. So it's down, all right? It's sinking down. And we're pumping it dry because the leak, we suspect, is still right down in there. So we have to pump this thing completely dry before we can even begin to start working on it. And something you'll notice is that all those trees and brush piles I added to the farm in the last episode, they've actually been taken out. And that's because they were actually a problem. Although they were great habitat for fish, they were not good habitat for fishermen to fish in. So we just went ahead and took them all out. And we're just going to restart with fish habitat after we get the pond open. Alright guys, it's been about 2 days since we last did the pumping out water. You can look over and you can see the water's as low as it's been. And especially up here on the upper side, it is starting to get pretty dry. But here's the important part. If we go down to where the leak is, it's still wet. It's not necessarily rolling out leaking water, but it is still wet. So what that means is that somewhere, even though the water level is mega low in the pond, the leak is still somewhere where the leak is able to get wet. Now, that may be a little hard to understand, but what that means is that the leak is still a problem even at this water level, which is not good. That means that even if it filled up and it never rained again, the leak would just drain it down even lower than this. So the good news is that it's not supposed to rain for another week or 2, and also we're starting back work in the morning. So all this dirt right here, this is all fresh dirt that we hauled in here. We're going to be packing this all around the bottom of the pond, and hopefully we'll pack it right over wherever the leak is. Hopefully we can finally stop this dang leak. As soon as we stop the leak, everything goes into building up the pond to be the best fishing pond ever. But we can't even do that until we stop the leak. One cool thing I did notice is that randomly in the bottom of the pond, some animal's been walking around in the bottom. Then once we got closer to it, we noticed there's actually a turkey. As for an update today, that's pretty much the update. Hopefully a lot of stuff's going to be happening tomorrow. Tomorrow, if we're lucky, we might be able to finally stop that leak. And in the meantime, we're also still got the pump going, pumping out the water, because even that little spot that still does have water, we want to pump it on out. That way we can pack it full of dirt too. Basically a good clay lining. That way, no matter where the leak is or how many there is, we can stop them all up right here, right now, while we got the whole pond drained. All right, guys, something just happened. They're down here draining the pond, and they said there's fish in there. They said there's a pretty big fish in there, about the size of this GoPro thing. I only put a few minnows, and I'm talking like 10, and they were this big. Any fish that's bigger than 2 inches long, buddy, that's news to me. I put minnows in here, but they were only like 2 inches long. Yeah, those are pretty big.
No, I was trying to stack. Why they made me do that?
There's about 10 minnows, and they've had
Damn, man, that's gonna suck. I gotta catch more.
about a year. So, yeah, they got big. What's the plan now?
We're gonna get this pump out of the way, and then he'll start pushing this dirt in there, and we're gonna try to seal up over there where the rocks are.
Yeah, we never really figured out where the leak was, did we?
Now, it's possible it could be right there,
But
or it could be on this side, and it could be in the bottom. So we put dirt and packed it in all over. It'd be all right. We'll probably, if we have to do any work to it, we'll leave it low enough for the fish to stay down here on this lower end.
and as for over here, we got a little bit more to finish up, lining the pond, and then, fingers crossed, pond should be leak-free. Now, of course, there's no water in it, so we won't necessarily know if it's leak-free until a couple big old rains. It's time to figure out exactly where our water level is going to be. We're going to be making a flat spot around this edge, kind of like a little road, about 2 foot above the water level. That way we can get down to it and actually fish. And it won't be too crazy to mow. But first thing first for this job, my dad is over there. It's like a little scope thing. He's going to be looking over here and seeing what number it reads. Once water gets right there, it starts draining. So we'll see what he says. He's looking through a little scope thing. All right, now we head back over there.
Up 6. Up 2. That's good. You're looking for 3 foot even.
Go down the hill 2 inches. That's good. And now that we lined the entire bottom with new dirt and hopefully fixed the leak, there's one other part of the pond that needs our attention, and that is the outlet pipe and the spillway, where the water is supposed to go out of. If you watched the last episode, you know that we also had a pretty big problem right here, where the water actually stopped going out of the outlet pipe, stopped going out of the spillway, and then just took a beeline straight down the dam, which eroded the dam pretty bad, and could have been a disaster if we didn't get to it as soon as we did. So to fix this problem, we're going to lower the pipe a few inches, we're going to redig the spillway and line it with rocks so that it helps with erosion, and then instead of letting the water dump straight over the hill and run down the hill, which as we saw previously, didn't turn out so great when a big rain came. Now, as the water comes out of the pipe, we're actually going to let it stay level for about 40 to 50 yards until it falls off a rock cliff, which has been shedding water for the past 50 years. So now the spillway's fixed, the leak is stopped, or at least we hope, and in the next couple of weeks, the rain is coming. But before we do that, we still got to get down to the bottom, fix that fish structure, which is going to be super important for habitat of the fish. Welcome back to the pond build. In the previous episode, we found that the pond actually had a pretty bad leak in it, and so we drained the pond and layered the entire bottom with a clay blanket. Soon after we got a little rain, it didn't fill up the pond, but it did fill up with enough water to let us know we did in fact fix the leak, which is good news. But here's the other good news. In just a few days, we're actually going to get a ton of rain, which means the pond is going to be filling up by the end of this episode. But between now and then, we have to put the rocks back in the bottom of the pond and even build some homemade structures. So without further ado, let's get started. Our first objective pertains to the standing trees you'll see out in the left side of the pond. Now, when the pond was first built, I loved these trees because I knew it was going to be so fun to fish in the future. However, after taking a look and thinking about it a little bit, they were actually going to be kind of a safety hazard because as soon as the water filled up above the trees, they were going to drown and they were going to die, leaving dead standing trees just standing in the pond. And if someone was out fishing on a windy day, well, that could turn out pretty bad. So we decided to go ahead and cut off the trees right above water level. That way we wouldn't have any risk in the future. And there we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a half trees that are going to be sticking up in the pond and that we can fish. Next, it was time to figure out what were we going to do with all the rocks we got whenever we dug up the pond. See, originally we put them into rock piles, which is going to be perfect for the fish. However, in order to fix the pond bottom, we had to scoop them all up and take them back out of the pond. This is when I hopped on my computer and started working on a digital mock-up as to where the rocks could possibly be positioned in relation to the water level. What I wanted was for the fishermen to know exactly where all the rocks were, but still give plenty of benefit for the fish throughout all depths of the water. And this is when I came up with rock lines. Current progress of the pond, we're starting to get these rocks in lines, which should be really, really good for the fishing. One more rock, and then we're going to have to save the rock pier for tomorrow because it's getting kind of late. I'm getting kind of hungry. Probably going to get some KFC. How long do you think it's going to take to build the pier? Half a day? Quarter of a day?
About 3 hours.
All right, guys. Well, as you can see, an hour later, it's raining, and let me tell you what that means for the pond. So long story short, whenever you're dealing with dirt, rain is like your biggest enemy. So literally, as soon as the rain started and started getting heavy, we had to quit. We didn't really have any options. Luckily, we was able to get about 95% of the rock pier finished. So basically, I think it's supposed to rain for the next 7, 8 hours straight, which is going to be interesting. But as soon as it does stop raining, we're heading back down to the pond. I don't know, because that's a decent little bit of rain. I wonder, is this going to fill it up at all? Or is it just going to get the ground wet? I don't know. We're just about to wait and see. Shoo! Like that. It is the next day. Let's check out that progress. As for last night, I don't know, dude. It just like never stopped raining. Shoo! Walking up to the pond, here's what we looking at, boys. By golly. We got a lot of water just from that. Ain't nothing to complain about, I know that. That's like actually a lot of water. I bet those big creek chubs or whatever's in there, them big frogs and stuff, I bet they're pretty happy now because they just got a whole lot more water than they did yesterday. Well, buddy, look at that. There's been a turkey walking through here this morning. As for the rock pier, there it is. We had to shave it down. It was honestly like way up here, but that was just way too high for the water level. So as you can see, we had to flatten it out, really pack it down. You may be asking, all right, cool. Trees? Check. Rocks? Check. Here? Check. What's next? So next, we got to come in here. We're going to grab a lot of that dirt and actually put it right here so that gets deeper and this gets shallower, giving the fish a much wider and bigger spot that's shallow that they can actually spawn. We're back out here at the pond. This is the current state of the pond. Honestly, it's got a good little bit of water in it. Now, what's really awesome about the water level right here, right now, is that it's even starting to seep up in the rocks at their lowest point. You can just imagine how big fish, bait fish, minnows, bluegill, all kinds of stuff are going to be relating to those rocks. But one thing I do notice is that even though we got a lot of rocks in here, we got some pretty awesome standing trees, I don't feel like we have enough of. And even what we're going to be doing in this episode is building some homemade fish attractors. Those are which are going to be perfect cover. But as for now, guys, me and Avery will go head down to the store, buy some of the materials that we need, and then we'll meet you guys back at the house, and we're just going to get right in there and start building that fish habitat. All right, guys, we're back from the store. Here's what we have. We have these black buckets, which we did not buy, but it doesn't really matter if you buy them or not. It's cheaper as gum. You can steal them or something. Then we got this right here. It's actually 3/4-inch black tubing. It's stiff enough where it's going to keep that round shape. And then right over here, we actually have gravel, which we're going to use as well. So like I mentioned earlier, this right here is what we're going to be trying to build. And so what that consists of is we'll drill, I ain't sure how many holes yet per bucket, but a lot. But we'll start off with this right here. Just like that. Cuts it really easy. Then we're going to get our sawzall. Stick that in the hole. Like that. And then from here, once we got like, I don't know, 40 or 50 or something around it, we're going to take a good gallon of gravel, something, throw in there. Now that I told you what we're doing, it's time to actually do it. Hey, Abram did something. Show us what you built right here.
Well, I saw that we only had 21 like of these pipes left.
Yeah.
Probably 50 at least. But what I was thinking was what you really need is more volume, more of a 3D space.
Okay. So what'd you do here?
More like a cave. Kendall originally said we should put it all on one side because we don't have as many. I was like, yeah, we could do that, but then tip it over like this, put out like a fan, and all kind of like make like a dome.
Yeah, I think that's honestly the coolest design. Now I guess let's take them to the pond. Let them in. All right, let's do it. There he is! There he is! We spotted him!
That's crazy. Whoa. Good eye.
That is the first time we spotted the bear in person, or a bear, like one of 6. My gosh, I feel like I'm in a park. They're everywhere. Is that the first bear you've ever seen in the wild?
No.
Oh, no? Look at his tracks right here. Oh, my gosh. That's a big bear. That's not Rambo. He's way bigger than Rambo. Rambo's not that big. Dude, that was crazy. That's awesome. awesome. Now we gotta name that one. Guys, drop another name. Once again, just like Rambo, shout out whoever has the best name. As for where did we want to put the cover, I wanted to put it a little bit everywhere just so that fish could relate to it no matter what time of the year it was. Some of it up shallow, some of it out deep, and a little bit of everything in between. But getting away from cover, let's talk about the spawning plat. My dad's actually over there digging out one of the spots that was supposed to be a spawning plat, but was actually a little too shallow. So right now he's just digging it out, and in the process he's going to take that dirt, scoot it on out to some deeper water, and actually extend the spawning plat. For now, here we go. Let's watch him build the rest of this spawning plat. And as of right now, you can take a look. This is the water level. Honestly, guys, it's getting up there pretty high. And there's a reason for that. Last night, we actually had a really, really big rain. And if you look on the other part of the pond closely, you'll see that even though we still have blue skies already, we still have quite a bit of water running in. That's thanks to like the 150 acres that actually drains into this pond, which is why after one big rain, this pond could fill up quite a bit. And as for that rain, I actually had a KG trail camera set up on time-lapse mode so that we can go back right now, review the footage, and watch the rain come down and watch the water levels go up. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll be honest, guys, I didn't really expect the water level to rise that much from one night of rain, but I guess it was just, I don't know, a lot of rain. So, not mad about that. That's one step closer to actually having the pond complete. And one exciting thing is once the water does fill up and we check the pH and some other measurements and stuff to see how the quality of the water is, after that, the next step is stocking the first wave of fish. But as for now, in the pond update, we're waiting on one more thing. That's just a whole lot more rain. And whenever the water level rises on up, we'll go down and check that leak one more time. And then we'll start testing the water quality. Because we can't forget, we really can't check the leaks until all of the pond is filled up. Here we go. Alright guys, here with the pond update. We just had a pretty big rain last night. However, it was not really the big rain we was looking for to finish filling up the pond. As you can see, the pond is about 3/4 the way full. And now we're just waiting on our last big rain to come on and fill the rest up. What'd you say, ma'am?
I said it's supposed to come another good rain this season.
Yeah, it's supposed to come rain for the next few days, ain't it?
Yeah.
Subscribe if you're not already, because this pond build has been epic, and as soon as the water fills up to full capacity, in this video, I'm going to be playing Farming Simulator 2022 for the first time. Now, a lot of y'all really wanted me to play this game, so hey, that's what we're going to do. We're creating an empty slot. We're going to be a new farmer, which has all kinds of stuff. You already own some land and equipment. The economy is profitable, and the elements are on easy. All right, that's what I need, boys. Now, it looks like we have 3 different places. Elm Creek, which looks like, I don't know, Nebraska. Then we got this place, which looks like a haunted house. And this place, which kind of looks like a Disney movie. We going with Nebraska. Let's go. How do we do it? I've never played this game before, but a lot of people like it. Out here in real life, I'm not exactly the biggest farmer in the world. I did have chickens, and I did have emus, which died. And then I also had goats, which also died. But I still have my chickens. Not all of them died.
These emus died?
Gave her on. Ooh, looks like first things first, we get to build our character. Change my name. My name is Jim. And honestly, our player build looks pretty good. Like a guy from Chicago, his name is Jim. He has a lot of money. He's ready to sink and farm some cows and wheat and stuff. The Stinging Rocket, welcome to Farming Simulator. Would you like a short? Absolutely. I have no idea how to play this game. Guided tour. Okay. So, here we go. Looks like we're looking at the farm, son. Look at this thing. It's pretty epic. Up top right corner, looks like it is August. It's 8 o'clock in the day, and we have $100,000. Oh, man, look at this. We got big stinking John Deere something or something. I don't know. Guys, I'm not a big farmer. I'm probably going to do a lot of things wrong, but I'll figure it out. Welcome to the farm. Now, first thing I noticed, game is lagging a little bit. Don't really like that, but we're going to have to deal with it. This is a top-liner Dutch Far 490 horsepower, potentially. And this is our field of wheat with a 38% yield. This wheat is ready to harvest. Here's my little farmhouse. Let's check it out. Got a swing set. Let's get right on into it, though. Let's just get right on into it and do something. Ooh, a guided tour. All right, well, let's do it. What do you want me to do? Try and figure out the guided tour. I need somebody to show me around. I really don't know what to do. Enter vehicle. All right, here's what my interior looks like. Ain't got no legs nor torso. We'll make it work, though. Let's go ahead and hit it with some. How am I supposed to hook the thing up? There we go. All right, we hooked up now. Somebody's farming the wheat, but it ain't me. I ain't touching the controller. I think I hit AI or something. All right, I've dismissed the worker. Pop out. What does that mean? Oh, that's what that means. That's a pop out, I guess. Turn on the harvester. All right, now we're harvesting. Let's put that pipe up. Oh, snap, son. We're harvesting now. Hit that turn right there. That's what I'm talking about. Just like mowing grass. Let's take an interior look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Hit that corner. Man, this game is boring, ain't it? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hire an AI to do it. We're getting out of here. Oh, my gosh. How do I get out of the stinking combine driver, whatever the thing is? So, right now, it looks like we got some AI doing the work for us. The equivalent of just paying Jerry down the road to do it. He knows what he's doing better than I do. Look how he hit that turn. Look, he pulls that thing up. He's going to turn around and everything. And Jerry, watch what you doing, Jerry. Goodness, you about to kill me. Well, I guess for now, we're going to head over here to this tractor. Okay, what is next on our agenda? All right, let's hop on in. We're going to enter this vehicle. There's a dang turkey over there. Run that thing over. What are we waiting on, boys? Buddy, them dang crows all over the place. All right, now let's figure out what we need to do. Lower the cultivator. I think we just take off from here. We may plow up some gravel, but once we get out here in the field, we're going to be doing all right. Now, I think we just stay in line right here. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Be sure to get on the edge to get all that yield, you know. Look at me. Look at me. I'm stinking mowing a field or cultivating. Or I ain't no farmer, and I ain't going to pretend to be. But give me 1,200 hours in this game, and I'll just be one. Since we're here to make money, I'm letting AI worker take over, and I'm hopping out. So now we got the AI. That's Jury 2. He's out here doing work, something light, nothing heavy. And now we're going to be moving on to our next thing as a farm owner. We still got Jerry 1 over there hitting that. We got Jerry 2 over there plowing the field. Dude, this is pretty good, man. We're going to be getting cows pretty soon. But at this rate, there's our big missile silo. Potentially corn, not sure yet. Down here, something, water maybe. Ain't sure about it. I'd love to get me some cows, though, okay? You know, corn's cool, wheat's cool. Not really. You know what is cool, though? Cows and bison. But let's hop in this tractor and see what's happening now. Okay, guided tour. All right, we in the tractor. Let's go ahead and attach the front, and then we're going to attach the thing on the back. Oh, son, we planting now. Let's lower the seeder, turn on the seeder. This fruit cannot be, my bad. This fruit can't be planted in August. So I got to figure out something that can be planted. All right, now we're planting something. It's planted, but it feels like we got a parking brake on. I ain't no expert, but the tractor feels a little heavy right now. So as we're doing this, I can actually hire an AI, another one, Turry number 3, and we can actually press this button, which is going to flip us through all my vehicles. Look at Jerry number 1. He's already done with this field. Can you believe that? Terry number 2 is about halfway done. Not bad. Then this one, I think he's just lost. He's supposed to be, okay. He was close to being lost. Get some cool drone shots of the farm. Dude, look at my farm, dude. Who is that dude walking? I'm going to go talk to him. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? Stop. Dude, stop. Who is that walking through my farm? This ain't no community farm. What is he doing? What in the world? What's that? Put me in my truck, my lizard pickup. That's what I'm talking about. We got stuff to do, boys. We're gonna figure out who that was. We're gonna report him to the police. Jeez, this thing's got some steer in there. Oh my goodness. Getting a little too fast there, huh? This thing steers way too crazy. I'm trying to find that guy. Figure out where he went. Oh, there's a stinking cop. Dude, get out of there. Oh, get out of there. The cops are coming. I don't think it was a cop. I think we was alright. Nice little stroll through town. Not many people live here, but that's okay. And there's the fire department. I can about promise you by the end of this series, we're going to need them. I can't drive this thing. I think it's broke. It ain't me. I can't. Well, you get your butt over there and park this rig right now. All right, I'm parking the truck. I don't know how to drive this thing in. Way too hard to steer. Not. This isn't me, by the way. This is Jeff. Okay, this is Jeff. He don't know what he's doing. Park it. Park it, Jeff. Park it. Get out. You don't need to be driving nothing like that anyhow. You don't know how to drive no better than that. Where AI worker Terry number 2 is blocked by an object. Well, no wonder. Terry number 1 just left the rig out in the middle of the field. Get this thing on the road, son. Street legal combine. Wrong side of the road looking outfit. Looks like we got a flat tire, don't it? Well, ain't nothing we're going to do about that now. So now we're on a quest to find another field so that Terry number 1 can get to work. This looks pretty good. Hold up, maybe not. Let's get out and check it. What are you doing dropping that thing? Get out of the rig. Let's check on this to see if it's ready to harvest. Yeah, it says it's ready to harvest. We got some weeds in there, though. That ain't good. We need to harvest that. This over here is ready to harvest. This is canola. So let's do that. We're going to have Terry number 1 harvest both of these fields. Why is nobody harvesting this? It says AI worker J has stopped working unexpectedly. I tell you what, you can't get nobody to work these days. You can't get nobody to work. What am I supposed to do? Do it myself? Look, we got an international harvester on the loose. I ain't even driving it. Put the harvester down and turn it on. I can do it myself. But we got a problem, boys. We ain't harvesting that. What's going on? I don't have access to this land. Well, hot dog, why didn't somebody tell me I was out here trespassing? This ain't even my field, dude. I don't even own this place. Why didn't somebody tell me that earlier, man? We're just gonna park this rig right here. Hit it with a... Not right there. Back it up, tree. Don't hit the barn. Oh, my God. Park it. Park it. Look at all these crows, dude. Somebody give me a 22. Let me loose. All right, I got it forward. What would you do? Unload its contents into a trailer. As soon as the harvester's tank is full. Okay. Jeff, buddy, you gotta have a trailer on there if you want to do something with it. Wrong way, don't hit the house. Back it up real slow, Terry. Real. Tell you what. I sold farm storage badass. I'm about to sell the farm asset. Tractors and all. What's it gonna take to stick it load up a trailer and back it up slow? Oh my. Back it up real slow. Slow. No, back. There you go. There you hooked it up. Now let's drive this thing over here in this field. Now let's see it. Get nobody to work. Somebody tell me what's the deal. To be honest, guys, I'm starting to face defeat. Day 1 on the farm, ain't getting nobody to work. I don't know what's happening. I don't even have an international harvester. I have a big green tractor, but we're going to try our best. Hold on. We're going to go see if maybe we got something in here. I think we got 48% wheat in here. And I'll be honest, we don't really need that. I think we're supposed to put it in right here or something. All right, we're going to pop it out, back right up to that thing. We're going to see if we can dump it. We close? All right, boys. I do not know what to do. Let's pull it up to this trailer and see if maybe we can dump it in there. Hardest thing I've ever had to do. All right. We're doing something now. Finally. Took long enough to figure out what we're doing. So complicated, man. We gotta drive this thing somewhere. Alright, let's see. What we do? We close the cover. Boom. You see that? We just boom, 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 pow. Now, what do we do with it? Easy with the speed. Now, am I supposed to pull it up here? Or am I supposed to do something? Now we're getting close to something. Now, I don't know what it is. It's just that big green column thing. I assume this is where I'm supposed to take my grain. I guess, maybe. Buddy, I sure hope so. Oh, yeah, it is. All right. Now we pull over the pit. It's like the climax of the video, man. It's the biggest thing that's happening. We pull over top of the pit. Start overloading. Oh, son. We're making money. Look at the money going up, boys. $3,000 from that harvest. I like the sound of that. You know what I mean? I want to be honest, guys. First time playing Hunter Call the Farmer. Not a bad game. Well, I Not too bad though. We did just make like $3,000 from. If you let me plot the sound of that, you know what I mean? I will. In this video, we're playing Farming Simulator. Let's get right on into it. Now, as I turn around, the farm is looking good. God bless America. Salute the troops. Now, we're going to be hard at it right here. Our main objective is going to be simple. We got to make some more money. I got charged $125 last night for farm maintenance. Plus, we need to explore the map. I want to figure out how to get cash. But first, we got this field right here, which is growing weeds in it, and that ain't how it needs to be worked. We need to be planting, we need to be working, we need to be making money. Lower the cultivator. Now, slow and steady, let's cultivate this field. While we're doing this, what we're going to check on is while we drive right towards here, we got to put our attention over on that next field over, okay? If y'all can see, I think that might be some oats or something. Regardless, it is ready to harvest. So let's go ahead and hire an AI worker. He's going to be doing that. I think that might be Greg, maybe Jury, I ain't sure. Now let's go up, pull up in the internet. My goodness, dude, you're in the wrong. Stinking field. That's how you get fired. Let's go ahead and get this thing out of the way. You about messed up, buddy. You about made me have to file an insurance claim. I ain't doing that. Anyways, let's get right over here. We're gonna start harvesting this stuff. Alright guys, we have problems. I don't think I have the right equipment to harvest this stuff. Let's go ahead and hop out. We gotta figure this out. Alright, we looked at the field info. It's owned by me. Oh, it needs lime and it needs rolling. At least I knew that. Let's hop around. What is this? It looks like something that could roll. Gosh, we're just trying.
I am a fan of golden hooks.
Damn, we were actually beating their ass. That's game. 21-0. 21-0.
Know what a seed set is? Is that a common term that people know about? The jumper is good. Jump on down to 4. Jordan lines it up. You can check in. The range. The field is good. Wait. Once. It's a chance of which the next numbers through the field. 64% from the field. Right. Out on the road. Know what a seed set is? Is that a common term that people know about? The jumper is good. Shot clock down to 4. Durant lines it up. You can check in. Again, Durant. The fade is good. Swing. Morris. The break. Road trip, but it's the manner of which. The next numbers through the roof. 64% from the field. 64% from three-point territory. 87% of the free throw. Foul by Bradley. Good job. Boston calls the time. We always do Celtics about 8 to 35. That's shooting 22%. Let's see. Well, not able to hit. So they won't do that. You Let's see. Well, not able to hit. So they won't do that. Definitely understand that, Reg, but I would just say a guy like us from the season. God, slam. Hitting him. Here, and check back in for the Celtics. 73. This is 5 to 3. You know, as Jefferson hits a point lead. Jefferson, yes. Oklahoma City has lost 7 in a row. They have not won. Hours book for the British. Here's Jared with 3. Mike Hellman. He's trying to play this. He is home. Melvin and a straight line. Force another steal. Yes. Jared, another steal. Every single thing about his game that gives you comfort. Stunning.
location, don't say his name anymore. What's in the district as the Atlanta Hawks come to town. But here in D.C., closing out this game, it's all fireworks. Harper, Shireman, swing it now over to Gonzalez. 60 seconds to go. Uh-oh. And now just 38% from three. Step forward. Here in game 5. Send another. From the floor. Deep on. From the floor. Deep on. Rolling the road, but look at the shot selection. High quality shot for the Grizzlies. Hits. The Grizzlies blow out the Warriors. And they keep their season alive. That's Fishin on the bench. Steal for Shannon, and no, he touched it. Oh, they should have doubled Brunson there. Now the ball is moving for the Knicks. So it's cloudy out of the way for the right hand. The Knicks are glad he did. Blocked by Abusele. Williams denied. The Knicks have a fourth. Diawara zips it past to Cole. He'll catch and shoot. And knocks down at 3. Tyler Kolek on the board. That's why that pass should never be allowed. Get the ball to the middle of the court. There it is. How are you doing it? Kolek unselfish, and Clarkson avoids the turnover. Diawara, Scott all night. Hits the 3. Give him a shot. Late clock for Diawara. Missed it. Got it back on the third try. Got to go. He had the first 4. Now the Bucks with 6. Rose. Beautiful little control Milwaukee. That's wasted. Rose splits it. Flips it. Flips it. Intensity here tonight that we did not see in the last 2 minutes. Rose to Gibson. And this kid's too easy right now. This little bit here, you might want to start to look at. Maybe possibly get Derrick Rose out and also get some of these guys out. There's a lot on the line. Certainly the Bulls feeling they need as this series is extended. Gibson for the Bulls. Largest halftime lead in franchise history in the playoffs. Tony Snell buries a 3. 17 points in game 3. Post players that go and Pau Gasol.
All right, I need one of them golden shiners, a white sucker, and a white base.
White sucker.
I've got me one of them at home.
I was waiting for the joke. I was like, it's there. It's there. I can't say it. I'm a black sucker.
The other day, I found myself scrolling through Steam games, as I often do, looking for a new pile of crap, and then I stumbled upon Fishing Planet. I thought nothing of it at first, until I saw that this game has 51,000 very positive reviews. It's a free-to-play fishing game. It didn't make sense. Realistic fishing experience. Best fishing game I've played. Another user said, God, I love fishing and hate my wife. Raven Bullet here says, since somebody will read the reviews, I'll say this. It doesn't reel.
Just catch
Dude,
him.
I literally can't. I'm gonna start walking towards him. How do I make it so he's back out to sea? He's 80 feet. How do I bring him in? Dude, it doesn't reel. You don't understand. I'm doing everything. I'm clicking and shifting.
Hold left click.
He doesn't come in, dude. You don't understand. I've gotten him here before, and
left click.
he's a monster.
I just saw him jumping. He looks like a goldfish.
It's a gigantic carp of some sort. It's a barracuda.
Like
You have no idea how hard I fought against this guy.
I hope he gets off.
If my line breaks, I'm uninstalling.
He's there.
He's huge! 12.3-inch spotted bass! Wait, don't take this fish to avoid a $100 fine. Yeah, but the fish is worth $120, so yeah, that's profit. Eat his ass. Oh, I got fined. Maybe it's just me, maybe you guys have had similar experiences, but I've dealt with some annoying banks. Alright, some banks that... Oh, get out. It was so funny. You're catching 3-ounce fish out here. He was 12 inches long, dude. That's a monster. That's 4 times what I would consider huge. 0.27 pound. 0.27 pound. Don't be talking shit about my fish when you're catching 3-ounce fish out here.
Man, when I throw it really far away,
what's the fish? Are you gonna throw the fish? There was a TikTok trend for a while. I think it was like even this summer where people were like on a boat. They would like hold up a fish, hold up their phone to take a picture, and then they would throw their phone back in the water and put the fish in their pocket. It was so funny. Oh, I caught a baby, dude. 0.24 pounds. Keeping his ass.
oh, I got another retard sunfish. Stop making me buy shit. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I bought some stuff so I could have a different outfit, and I couldn't figure out where to put it on. Look at my fish, Nogla. What do you think, bitch?
You did.
I'm gonna put it right in your face. You see that?
Yeah.
See that?
I got pondweed. Pondweed, bro. That's the pondweed, dude. Let me see the pondweed, bro.
I unlocked Missouri mud water. Sounds like a sex move. Whoa! Trophy bluegill. What? $100 fine. $100 fine.
Why you can...
Dude, I'm not allowed to have fun, I guess, dude. I don't get it. I'm taking a picture with him. Look at how fat his head is, dude.
So, how's the wife and kids doing, guys?
Shut up, bitch. I'm fishing. I want to talk about this.
All right. You get live, you get a pole. We'll go fishing in a crawfish hole. All right, we're going to the lesbian villa in Europe.
Yeah, lesbian villa. A European perch. He's like an American perch, but he smokes more cigarettes.
Yeah, that's bad. Keep going, guys. Keep going. Go on. I'm right here.
No, that's it for now. He has better public transportation. Got it.
And less holes in them.
Oh, they have just as many holes. It's just knife holes versus bullet holes.
I got live bait.
You're still using worms? The fish don't like bread that much.
I'm on worms right now, dude. The Europeans don't like bread. Hell yeah, dude. Got that common roach, dude. We're going to smoke that later, too, dude. What do I got?
Fish don't like bread that much.
I'm on worms right now, dude. The Europeans don't like bread.
A common roach.
Hell yeah, dude. Got that common roach, dude. We're going to smoke that later, too, dude. What do I got? Another European perch. God damn it. Oh, a nibble. What do we got? Another European perch? I swear to God. Yep. Jesus Christ.
You get a lot, I get a pole. We'll go fishing in a crawfish hole. Back when I cooked my sister and beat her.
No, not that again.
And when I cooked my sister and beat her. They're not, man. That's what we're buddies, dude. You're scaring my fish away, dog. I just cast a bit. Tyler would get upset that fish.
I would. Get the fuck away from me.
Oh, you're sad and Lou's are leaving YouTube now.
Nah, less competition, baby. Let's go.
He mentioned me as the reason he's leaving YouTube, and I was like, oh boy.
You'll be on my list, too.
I'm on the top of the list of why you stopped playing Among Us, and now
I
everyone's
am.
got
You
it.
actually are number one on that list.
Who's the sussy guy?
Maxwell, go back to listening to N-words and talk, right?
Yeah. That's why he likes playing it so much.
Yeah, he gets to hear his favorite word every day.
I can tell stories.
You can tell a story. There's no guarantee it's going to be in the video.
No, there's no. I don't have any chance of this video. This is an in-person story at best.
It's an in-person story. That's
Proof that fishing makes you racist.
That's what it is, dude. Standing out here alone with your thoughts, you just
You just start hating different groups of people. Lesbians. Next is going to be the Chinese. It's like, oh, you wonder why it's so nice out here? Well, it's because there ain't none of these people. Ain't none of these people. Ain't none of these people. You could fish in more places in America. I would go to the Rocky Lake. That sounds fun. It costs $2,000 to go there. Oh, I got a white base. It's beautiful. A white base. He got a white base. Base. A white base. I'm currently out of bed. I came here with only one bed. I have 250 worms. Can I drop these? I guess I bought a lot. Yeah, I didn't know I bought a lot, apparently. I spent 2,000 to catch one fish. I'm trying to catch that white base. I can't cast very far. Why is that? I think you're pussy. Well, yeah, but why? All right, I need one of them golden shiners, a white sucker, and a white base. A white sucker. I've got me one of them at home. That was funny. I was like, it's there. It's there. I can't say it. I have a black sucker. I wanted to say it, but I was like, no, it's not my place, dude. I'm glad you did that. That's funny. She's great. It's our anniversary today, actually. Oh, mine was on the 1st. You guys are slaves. Clearly not slaves. We're allowed to go fishing, so. Yes, you know how many days we've been out fishing? Yeah. We've traveled to Europe and back still fishing. Yeah. Right? We ain't whipped, bro. You probably wouldn't fish if you had a girlfriend. I'm going to Alaska next year. My girlfriend's a Highland people. Wow. Sure. Oh. I'll send her some pictures. He said, not, I bring her with me, or, she can, I got something different. No. No, look at his. Get out of my face with that shit. He said, not, I bring her with me, or, she can, I got something different. No, look at his. Get out of my face with that shit. What do you guys think about, Stephen Hawking? Yeah, I like it. Oh, Stephen Hawking. The midget thing? Yeah. You like to watch midgets do math? I think that's fire, dude. Honestly, people have had worse fetishes. That's fine. As long as they're of age and they consented to it and they were paid, as much as they should have been. Dude, this spot over here is OP. I'm getting nibbles non-stop, dude. I'm the naughty, nerdy nibbler, dude. They're coming for me. I'm gonna try and get a nibble in your spot. Get the fuck away from my nibble spot, dude. Get out of my way, bro. I'm trying to find a catch a fish here. Don't you see? Big old see the combination? Get here. I'm trying to catch a fish here. Let's go! Let's go! White sucker! White sucker! Get out of my way with your white sucker. I'm telling you, black sucker. White sucker. What the? Did you just say this? What the? Did you just? Get out of my way with your white sucker. I'm telling you, black sucker. White sucker. What the? Did you just say this? What the did you just say? Listen, I just need a golden shiner. I'm an impartial party. What I get? Oh, I got him! Golden shiner! Oh, shiner. He's pretty cool looking. Look at him. Look how shiny he is, bitch. Look at him. I'm doing the helicopter with it. Oh, it's like when you're in the shower. Yeah. Your penis around. I'm swinging my golden shiner right now, hoping to find me a white sucker. Hey, look, I just got a 3-pound white sucker. A 3-pound white sucker, boys. Read it in a week. Nibble. He's not doing shit, though. He's just touching it. Wait. Oh, my God, Nick. What is this? Oh. Flies out of the water. Oh, Colorado golden trout. He's worth $112. I leveled up, too. And they want to sell me something. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's fighting. Give me that white sucker. Oh, he's fighting so hard. And then he's going way out. He's 75 years old. You gotta swing it a bit. They like movement. So walk a bit. Walk a little. They like walking. They like moving. Now walk away. Walk back. Don't walk back. Pretend you're not interested. No. You play hard to get. Pretend you're not interested. I don't even want to catch this fish. I don't care what it is, dude. And then walk back. And offer him a drink. Don't do it. Don't ask them what they like. No white sucker ever fought this hard. They usually just suck their way through life and get through it easy. This guy's a fighter. He never sucked his way out of anything. I'm right there. He's under 30, but he won't get in. Walk towards him. Oh, yes. I told you, sucker. He's too big to keep. How did your first white sucker feel?
It was exhilarating. Wait, you're done, Douglas? No, you left?
No, I haven't left, but it's been 2 hours of fishing.
Yeah, so come on, we got to get another trout or something. Got a trout, the golden trout. Got him. He's $140. Oh wait, you're supposed to release it. It says specifically to catch and release them, so I'm not even doing my mission. Okay, I'm gonna release one of them, and I swear to God, give me it. Oh, I just threw $100 fish back in the water. A golden trout, baby. Oh my God, he's worth $189. He's enormous. But the quest says release. Oh, and there's $1,500. I almost got some of my money back, baby.
Control your speed with your reel.
Ooh, yeah, maybe I want to. Oh my God, that fish jumped from 30 feet out of the water, bro. Oh, got something. Oh, it is big. It's pulling my attention. He's 100 feet out. I don't know if I'll catch this one. I can't catch him. Dude, he just won't. I'm about to go walk over there. This guy won't come in. Oh. He's giving up. I'm getting him down into 190, 40. He's just coming in now. He's coming home. Fish escaped because of low line tension. What? This was 170 feet out in the water. It's an absolute whale on the end of the line.
Oh, 40s. 40s.
God damn it!
What?
He's on land! How much is that worth? $300?
God, yeah, 276. I can't even keep him. Unbelievable. We're the fishing gods.
Incredible angling.
Yes, high five.
This fish is 100 million years old, and today we're going to be trying to catch it. It's called an alligator gar, and they were literally swimming these waters while dinosaurs were still roaming the earth. They are one of the hardest fish to catch in the entire world. One, because they're really bony and scaly. Two, because they're really intelligent. And three, because you can only find them in certain parts of the world. And that takes us way down south to the great state of Texas. So before we started fishing, we had to stop at the store and I had to get my license because I'm fishing in a new state. And this